Hello everyone and welcome to our Year 6 presentation. By now you will already be very familiar with our 4 Bs: being ready, be safe, be respectful and be your best. All of our teaching and learning in Year 6 is based on those 4 principles. Firstly, I'd just like to introduce you to the team. So my name is Mrs. Dexter. I am the teacher in Sycamore class, but I'm also the year group leader for Year 6. We also have Mrs. Grant, who teaches in Sequoia class, and Miss Hutchison, who is our Magnolia class teacher. And supporting the teachers, we have Mrs. Wolfstall, who is learning support, Miss Salima, who is also learning support, Mrs. Raza, who supports our EAL students, so those who don't speak English as a first language, and Mrs. Goodchild, who supports children with visual impairment.
We've got lots of exciting learning to do in Year 6 this year, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about the topics we cover. So our first topic is extreme survivors, and we learn about how animals adapt to survive in the wild. In science again, we talk about being human, and we learn about the different systems of the human body and how they work together. And another of our science topics is space explorers. So if you're interested in planets and the solar system, that is one that you will find really exciting. Changing circuits is a new topic for Year 6 this year, so we'll be doing lots of practical work on how electrical circuits are formed. And in history, we go back to ancient Greece and study the ancient Greeks, all about their civilization and their culture, and we also touch on a little bit to do with the Romans. In history again, normally in the summer term we study World War II, so we take a really in-depth look at the main events leading up to the declaration of war and learn about all sorts of aspects of World War II that are very exciting. And in geography, we look at the world, we look at physical geography, so we look at the structure of our amazing planet and how it's impacted the move of tectonic plates, etc. So if you're into geographical things and you want to find out how the world really works, that is the topic for you. Modern foreign languages this year, we will be doing French. So that will be taught by Miss Popescu, who will start in the spring term. And last but not least, PE will continue with our PE curriculum taught by our fantastic PE coaches. And just a reminder to say that children are coming in, you're probably familiar already, but you're coming in on the day you have PE, in your PE kits, ready. You won't need to get changed at school, and that for us in Year 6 is every Tuesday.
Expectations in school, as I'm sure you are very aware, we use the behaviour scale and we are going to be carrying on using that in Year 6. We're also going to be using class dojos. Homework. We do expect children to read for at least 10 minutes every night, and please encourage your child to make sure they're writing it in their reading diary. We also do spellings, grammar and project homework. Details of the homework can be found on the Year 6 year group page. Uniform. It's been lovely to see the children back looking so smart. Please make sure that children are wearing the correct school uniform and everything is named. Water bottles. It's really important that the children stay hydrated during the day, so please make sure that your child has a water bottle with them in school every day, and also if it can be labelled as well.
I'd just like to talk to you about a few practical points really. Lunches, so school lunches, children will continue to have a range of hot options for school lunches. If you want to change between packed lunches and school lunches, you can only do that once every half term, and you do need to fill in a form to be able to do that. Okay. Attendance and punctuality. School starts promptly at 8:45 every morning. Please do everything you can to make sure your child is here on time. If your child is unwell, then please phone the office as early as you can and let them know what's happening, especially in these tricky times. Okay. If you do need to make appointments for perhaps the doctors, dentists, something like that, if at all possible, please try and make sure that they are outside of school hours. Picking up from school, so children in Year 6 are allowed to walk home on their own, but we do need written permission from you first. And finally, if your child does need to bring in a mobile phone, for example, if they're perhaps going home alone, perhaps catching the bus, something like that, it's really important that they hand their phone in to their school teacher first thing in the morning for safekeeping. Thank you.
So clubs this year will take a slightly different approach to them, because children will have to remain in their year group bubbles. So we will send out further details to you, and you'll be able to sign up to the clubs that are available to your bubble. Class assemblies, really sadly, at the moment they're not taking place, but we are hoping that that will change and we will be able to bring those back to you. So we will do when we can. Trips, again, at present we're unable to arrange any trips, but we hope that we will be able to soon. And I just want to show you a few of the trips in Year 6 that we do normally do. The first one we do normally do is Marwell. We go there to look at our animal adaptations. Of course, there is the pantomime, so hopefully we might be able to attend the pantomime this year. We'll have to wait and see. We like to organise in Year 6 a trip to the Science Centre in Winchester, which is a really hands-on trip. So again, fingers crossed, we might be able to get there. And last but certainly not least, we are hoping that we will be able to have a residential, and if so, we'll be going to a place called Hindley Warren, which sounds fantastic. So fingers crossed.
So some dates for our diary. SATS week is hopefully going to be on the week commencing of the 10th of May 2021. Some more assessment weeks. We know we do a lot of assessment weeks in Year 6, but they are really important to make sure your child is ready for SATs. So we've got the 21st of September, 23rd of November, 11th of January, 22nd of February and the 22nd of March. Parents' evenings are on the 30th of November and the 29th of March next year. Just a final note about safety. Sadly, we're unable to allow the children to go on any of the outside equipment due to COVID at the moment. Hopefully that will change, and when it does, we will let you know. There is a link below for you to be able to see the PowerPoint. Thank you very much.